What's up? Today, we bring you a grim update from the ongoing conflict in Gaza. The human cost of this war continues to climb, and Israel has just announced the death of another soldier, the second in a single 24-hour period. This latest casualty underscores the extreme dangers faced by troops operating in the ravaged streets of Rafah. On Tuesday, July 22, Israel officially confirmed the death of Sergeant Major Vladimir Loza, a 36-year-old reservist from Ashkelon, who served in the 7,020th Battalion of the 5th Brigade. His death marks a somber moment, raising the overall toll of Israeli forces killed fighting inside Gaza since the war began in October 2023. According to initial reports from the Israel Defense Forces, Sergeant Major Loza was killed in a particularly devastating incident in Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip. He was on duty when an explosion triggered a catastrophic building collapse. The exact circumstances are still under investigation, but initial assessments suggest the blast was caused by an explosive device planted at the scene, indicating the persistent threat of booby-traps and improvised explosive devices (EDs) that Israeli forces encounter in Gaza's urban environment. What makes this announcement even more poignant is that Sergeant Major Loza's death is the second in just 24 hours. Just a day prior, on Monday, the IDF had announced the death of Staff Sergeant Amit Cohen, a 19-year-old soldier from the Golani Brigade's 13th Battalion. His death occurred in Khan Younis, reportedly due to an accidental detonation of Israeli military munitions inside a building during an operational accident involving the preparation of an attack drone. These two losses, within such a short time frame, highlight the brutal and relentless nature of the fighting, particularly as Israeli forces continue to operate in densely populated and heavily fortified urban areas like Rafah and Deir el-Balah. The enemy is unseen, the threats are constant, and every building, every street, can hide a deadly surprise. The fighting in Rafah, in particular, has been incredibly intense and fraught with danger for Israeli forces. Despite international pressure and widespread condemnation, Israel has pushed deeper into the city, aiming to dismantle what it claims are Hamas's last remaining battalions and retrieve hostages. However, this offensive comes at a heavy price. The urban terrain is heavily booby-trapped. Tunnels are used for ambushes, and buildings are rigged with explosives, turning every advance into a potential death trap. The type of incident that claimed Sergeant Major Loza's life is a constant threat, demonstrating the complex and perilous challenges of urban warfare. The human toll, both military and civilian, continues to mount. Beyond the soldiers, Palestinian health officials report dozens of fatalities, including aid seekers and those succumbing to famine and malnutrition, as the humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepens under continued military operations and restrictions on aid. The deaths of Sergeant Major Vladimir Loza and Staff Sergeant Amit Cohen are stark reminders of the immense personal sacrifices made in this protracted conflict. They underscore the brutal reality on the ground, where every step taken in Gaza carries extreme risk. As the offensive in Rafah continues, the world watches, counting the cost of a war that shows no immediate signs of abatement. What are your thoughts on these latest developments and the ongoing human cost of the conflict in Gaza?